Welcome to Canal Media's weekly roundup from the banking sector. This week brought a series of significant developments across public sector banks, private banks, and regional rural banks. From confidential disciplinary documents emerging at Indian Overseas Bank to sector wide concerns raised by UFBU, to two major women's conventions highlighting workplace experience in banking. The week reflected ongoing debates about HR policies, safety, staffing, and conduct. There were also critical field level updates. Bankers in Kerala prevented a high value fraud through timely intervention. Officers' bodies questioned policy driven inequities. The finance ministry called UFBU for a meeting amid rising staff concerns. In the private sector, an ICICI Bank leadership audio recording sparked discussions on communication culture, while operational and policy issues in multiple RRBs remained under scrutiny. Here are the major developments shaping this week's banking headlines. IOB disciplinary file reveals assistant manager's allegations of abuse by senior management. A confidential Indian Overseas Bank disciplinary file reviewed by Kanal contains an assistant manager's allegations of verbal abuse, humiliation, and intimidation by senior officials. The officer described the workplace as hostile and unsafe, prompting a formal escalation. Internal communications and inquiry notes includes in the file raised concerns about behavioral compliance and the adequacy of grievance redressal systems within the bank. Ninth MSBF Women's Convention and FBEU 3rd All India Women's Convention spotlight workplace issues. Women employees from PSBs, private banks, and RRBs gathered for two major conventions discussing gender bias, safety concerns, staffing shortages, and uneven HR practices. Delegates emphasized the need for better sensitization, fair promotion, supportive infrastructure, and stronger workplace policies. Both events highlighted persistent challenges faced by women officers and called for more inclusive and gender responsive organizational systems. Timely intervention by bankers saves elderly depositor in Tiruvalla virtual arrest scam. At the Tiruvalla Bank of Baroda branch in Kerala, staff prevented an elderly woman from losing 21.5 lakh rupees in a virtual arrest scam. Fraudsters posting as officials coerced her 2 days via video calls. Branch employees noticed inconsistencies, checked her phone with consent, and identified fake CBI and Supreme Court messages. Their timely intervention halted the transfer and underscored the vulnerability of senior citizens to such manipulative frauds. ICICI Bank leadership audio clips sparked discussion on workplace conduct. A viral audio clip allegedly featuring an ICICI Bank regional head using abusive language has reignited debate over workplace conduct in private banks. The clip, widely circulated online, reflects concern about target pressure, communication standards, and mental stress experienced by staff. Several users tagged regulatory bodies seeking intervention. ICICI Bank has not issued a formal response, and regulators have yet to comment on the incident. All India Union Bank Employees Federation seeks clarification on Union Banking Hours guidelines. AIUBEF has sought clarity on Union Bank's new Uniform Banking Hours circular, noting it specifies reporting time but not exit time. Employees raised concerns about continuous 5 hours work without breaks, unclear staffing for dedicated cash counters, and ambiguous expectations when customers remain inside at closing time. The Federation urged management to issue clearer instructions, ensure adequate manpower, and avoid unintended workload escalation. All India Bank Employees Association held demonstration against new labor codes. AIBA unions across the country observed protest demonstration on November 26, 2025 and participated in the black badge wearing program against the new labor codes. AIBA thanked members for their involvement and highlighted concerns about the codes, especially the provision that gratuity under fixed term employment is payable only after 1 year. Finance Ministry calls meeting with UFBU on 27 November. The Department of Financial Services held a meeting with the United Forum of Bank Unions on November 27 to discuss ongoing employee-related matters. The announcement made by AIBA General Secretary C.H. Venkatachalam comes amid continuing demands raised by unions on staffing and policy issues. Does transfer policy adversely affect office assistants in RRBs? Office assistants across RRBs have criticized a revised transfer clause mandating region-wide movement after 10 years, calling it discriminatory since commercial bank clerks face no such rule. Unions in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Telangana say the clause causes anxiety, long distance postings, and hardships for women staff. They warn it disrupts branch efficiency and customer rapport, urging DFS, NABARD, and sponsor banks to revisit the policy. Karnataka Gramin Bank staff allege SOP violation and late night detention. Jack seeks immediate intervention. KGPOF and KGBEF have alleged SOP violations and late night detentions of staff during EOD validations in Karnataka Gramin Bank. Despite a clear SOP issued earlier, some regional offices reportedly forced employees, including women, to stay late into the night, causing stress and safety concerns. Calling the situation digital arrest, the JAC demanded an inquiry and warned of legal action if violation continues. RRB's non-compliance on automation in transfers raises concerns over power misuse and transparency. Employees say most RRBs have not implemented mandated transfer automation, enabling discretionary postings and opaque decisions. Without an online system for vacancies, seniority, and request, staff allege misuse of authority and punitive transfers. They argue automation is essential for transparency, fairness, and protecting senior employees from difficult postings. Despite partial progress in a few banks, overall compliance remains weak. Odisha Gramin Bank directs CSAs to perform gold purity checks, raising concerns over 12th BPS violation. CSAs in Odisha Gramin Bank say they are being compelled to verify gold purity, a responsibility prohibited under the 12th BPS. Financial documents now include signature fields implying CSAs have unauthenticated jewelry quality, exposing them to legal risk. Staff say they lack training and authority for such tasks and highlight rising workload pressure and widening gaps between HR guidelines and ground level practices. That's all for this week's roundup. Stay tuned with Kanal Media for more updates and developments that matter to bankers.